YouTube family, we love you. I know there are people on the channel right now like, where is the open mic? I'm sorry, we're getting it together. But it will not be live streamed, right? Just this show, we're getting it back together for next month so that everybody who's home and who wants to see us will be back at 6:30 on YouTube next month. I promise. It will still be recorded. You're still gonna see us just a day later, right? So all the people who want to be recorded. All right. Oh, if you have to use the restroom, there's an exit. You used it to get in here, use it to get out of here. You're gonna go out that way, you're gonna make another right, and you'll see the restroom. Right next to the restroom, there is some like water and some cups. Feel free to refresh yourselves. Just please, while there is a performer on stage, maybe hold it, maybe wait till before or after. We don't want to interrupt the performance. It's a small, intimate space, okay? I want to encourage you to please throw no items onto the stage. This is the rule that I hate to tell, but apparently someone, I don't know what was thrown, but something was thrown, so there will be no roses, no tomatoes, and unfortunately no underwear. At any of my other events, though, feel free to throw, yes, boo to no underwear, boo to no nipples. I love nipples, no nudity, and no hate speech here, okay? It is uncensored, so I'm going to curse like a drunken sailor. I'm sorry. But as long as there's no hate speech, you are welcome to do whatever you like here. It is an all acts open mic. So you can sing, you can dance, you can tap, you can tell me your grocery list. I'm usually looking for new things to cook, okay? Cool. Open mic rules. Each performer is going to get 3 to 5 minutes for their performance based on the length of the sign-up list. Today, the sign-up list is no longer than my fingernail. So we're going to probably be able to go back twice, okay? You'll be able to come back up here twice. We're going to give you the full 5 minutes. And should you go over your 5 minutes, there's going to be a light. Ooh, look at my friend Ron on the side waving that light. You can't miss it. You can't miss it. You have to be blind or living in China to miss the light. So once you get the light, wrap it up, and you'll get another chance to come back on, okay? Ooh, also, don't touch the microphone. I know that sounds crazy. I'm going to adjust the microphone. We're borrowing the space, and my sound guy, Paul, he don't want you to mess with his ears, right? Like, we don't want to bop or boom. We don't want it to fall. We don't want you to mess up the stuff here either. The Nuyo doesn't even have a space. So, hold it down for us. What else? I think that's it. No censorship, no hate speech. I told y'all no nipples. Yeah, no nipples. Okay, cool. So, my open mic list has been sent to me. Thank you, Paul from the Wings. It doesn't work, Paul from the Wings. Send me a link that works so I can tell the beautiful people who is coming up first. Or you can tell me from the side. I can. Oh, no, they told me to wait. I'm sorry. Technical difficulties. That's really how 26 has felt. It came in as technical difficulties. No. Let me just, I don't know why. It's not working. I want to apologize. I didn't know I was going to bring. I got it. I put it into my search bar. It works. Cool beans, and everybody is in order. Oh, look, there are people in the open mic list. Hi, come in. Don't be afraid. I haven't started anything yet. Hi, no, come. We're all, give it up for the person who came in. Give it up. See, you're not late. You're right on time. Okay, cool. So I've got the open mic list. On deck is what we're gonna do. We're gonna do on deck, which is to say that person is coming up right after the person on the microphone, right? And on the mic right now, I'm going to open you guys up. But on deck, we have Keems. Keems, are you in the building? Yes, Keems is in the building. I'm going to go first. So coming up to the mic, somebody's mama. Check y'all out. Shout out to y'all for getting it. So later in the night, I am going to read something that's like a work in progress, but I see a lot of new faces and I want to do something that I am known for, something that I love to do, and I haven't done anything fun since the year started, so why not? This is one of my favorite poems. It is dedicated to all the men who make me feel like a piece of meat on my way home when I'm looking nice on my own. For the men who make me feel so very unsafe in the street when I'm looking my best. This is dedicated to, to the struggle that we have as beautiful women. It's called How Baddies Make It Home Safe. All you ladies pop your pussy like this. Shake your body, don't stop, don't miss. All you ladies pop your pussy like this shit gon' fit in your clutch. Disguised as lipstick or makeup brush. I got tasers for sale, tasers for sale. Hear me out, ladies, it's a hot girl summer sale. 2 for $10, that's one for you and your baddie friend. All you ladies pop your pussy like this is legal in twice as many states than abortion. That's right, wire hanger, or I got tasers for sale, cause it's your body till it ain't. Get it while it's hot, girl. It's giving buy one, get home safe. I got tasers for sale. They only come in Pussy Magic Pink. They're warm and wet like summer streets. You summer fine in your sundress and your Jordans. You know you look good, so you gotta act bad or a city girl in a body bag. Now don't stop, pop that pussy, let me see you. Ayo, ma. You knew them was heavy D's and them boys would rally, would cat call, would break neck, would honk, would stare, would do it right, lick it good. The hood loves a hoe who knows her place, who loves hard and deep throats and fries chicken like they grandma. She keep the kids in the house clean. She 9 to 5, sometimes 6, clock out, clock in, dinner by 8. She's a down-ass bitch who needs a nap, but she don't stop. Get it, ride or die, slipping, sliding, gripped up. She be popping pussy, popping gum, popping shit out the side of her neck, popping out in that brand new Objectify Me Now, fast fashion, fit for a thought you was bad and bougie, but he thought you was for the Migos, the team, a sleaze, a slide, a slut, a whore. All you ladies pop your pussy like, who told you could mini skirt and cleat home safe? Said you could hot girl, summer, and mother and not be shamed by the same men who lick this pussy just like you should have known you were for consumption. Bartman, lax, rock your body, don't stop, don't trip, gavel tricks you, ask for it. All you ladies pop your pussy like the Quaaludes just hit put and pop. The block been waiting for you to preteen to fill out your blouse, to tend to a house and a man and his kids, take his name, don't stop, don't trip, just swallow a wire hanger, bitch, cause it's your body till it ain't. Gavel tricks, they gonna say you asked for it. With your BBL and your feminism, you asked for it. They gave you corsets and TikTok, lipo and Botox, got flued out for a botched job and called you a fly bitch, a bad bitch, my bitch melted my mouth. Bitch, you been popping pussy like you really thought they respected you. Don't stop, don't trip, just swallow a wire hanger, cause it's your body till it ain't. And the hood loves a hoe who knows her place, so all you ladies pop your pussy like this. Shake your body, don't stop, don't miss. All you ladies pop your pussy like this shit gon' fit in your clutch. Disguised as lipstick or makeup brush. I got tasers for sale, they 2 for $10, so don't forget about your baddie friend. I got tasers for sale and they only come in Pussy Magic Pink. They're warm and they wet like summer streets. You know you summer fine in your sundress and your Jordans. Do you know you look good, so you gotta act bad or it's city girl in a body bag. Now don't stop, pop that pussy, this right here. Girl, it's better than Mace. Get it while it's hot. It's giving buy one, get home safe. Awesome. Thank you for that. I do that piece often, and I wasn't prepped to do it. Like, I just wanted to do it because we have some beautiful people here from Poland. Shout out to that. And like, I was out there talking, and I wanted to give them a show. I didn't just want to give them a draft, but it's always really exciting to me when the art can still move me, no matter how many times I've done it. I like that. I'm gonna go watch my own recording and take advantage of whatever I tapped into. That was cool. Thank you guys for letting me do that tonight. All right, awesome. So on deck we have Mish, the orator. What, am I saying this right? Okay, hey, it's you. I didn't know, Mish, I didn't know you had all this extra stuff going on, girl. You're in events. That's what I was looking for. I was like, who is the? Okay, Mish, the orator. I like that. Okay. On deck we have Mish, the orator. I love this. But coming up to the stage, give it up like you just were offered rent free for the entire year. Give it up for Keems. No. Oh, yes, there we go. That makes sense.
How y'all doing? Y'all good? What you want me to do? Move it?
I can move it.
Yeah, I don't like using microphones. I like the, trying to get used to it, but it's not working. All right, so this piece is called Rights. I respect the fact that the tattoos that stretch from your right arm to your left are symbolic for your journey from a girl into a woman, and that you didn't do it for fashion or the right to fit in. You said every time the needle pierced your skin, you would live that pain over and over again, as if this was a way for life to teach you a lesson. See, I like to think that I can know you in ways society can't. I'm just trying to get to know you like the back of my hand. And your septum piercing goes deeper than our conformity and individuality. And I fall in love with cultures daily, so trust and believe after everything you've been through, you're a warrior to me. I want to witness your growth. Be here for all of your accomplishments. I want to watch you as you go from one chapter of your life into the next. I mean, I want to witness that transition from your straight hair to your straight hair. I want to watch you fall in love with your caramel complexion. As an adult, I want to see you fall in love all over again with your melanin. I want to watch how you shape, mold, and channel all of that pain from your adolescence. I'm just trying to witness your rights. Your rights of passage. All right, this last piece I got for y'all is called Bring Cash. It's in a response because I've been having a hard time getting used to technology and a cashless system. I don't agree with it. So when I say bring, I want y'all to say cash. All right, we're going to try it out. Ready? Bring cash. Bring cash. Bring cash. Bring cash. Okay. Bring cash. Okay. Bring cash. Bring cash. Bring cash. Bring cash. Okay. Bring cash. So you can remember this day. Bring cash. Like the world is at stake. Bring cash. As if your life savings been invested or traded away by big banks. Bring cash. Forget the digital age. Bring cash. Like people aren't losing their jobs. Bring cash. Act like that's your right to bear arms. Bring cash. But they took away our gold and our silver. Then they downgraded the currency. Yo, the government is trying to milk you. Bring cash. Like it's the last real thing you feel. Bring cash. Like you know that this reality is real. They want to monitor our transactions, hand out our wages and rations. Bring cash. For that lights, camera, action. Thank you.
Kings. I see you giving out cash. Could you tell the people where we can find you at? Where can we find you? I know people want to get cash all the time.
I don't necessarily give out my Instagram to strangers, but if you are intentional about connecting with me, I'll give it to you. It's Picture That Keems.
All right, listen. Give it up. I love everything about that. All right. So, on deck, I have AP the Poet. AP the Poet, you are on deck. But coming up to the microphone, give it up like you really brought cash. Give it up for Mish, the orator.
Testing. Okay. New-ish shit. This is the second time I do it, so I think it's still considered new. Thank you. Thank you. I find myself on the stage at graduation, earned a PhD in self-deprecation, defended a dissertation, hundreds of pages, predicated on the thesis that I am just not needed. And when they call my name to walk across the stage, I reflect on how much I still want to change. So I find myself constantly apologizing, saying I'm sorry for being a burden, putting myself down for having big feelings, Got an A in my coursework for people pleasing. So I strike a deal with myself to be more restrained. I barter my voice for permission to stay, and I practice the lie when I call it growth instead of its name, when really what I feel is shame. But I do the unfathomable to make myself palatable. I hide my feelings and try to be sensible, and my esophagus burns, but I swallow the words no matter how bad it hurts, because I just don't want to be that girl. So I apologize to God, promising to forsake my emotional flaws, but I'm sure he looks down in awe, observes my malaise, and thinks to himself that in all his days, I am actually his first ever mistake. Does it sound stupid, or can you relate? That I find myself writing out a list of cons, leaving the pros in an empty column, and I don't know why they call this place rock bottom. The problem is that rocks are much softer than these feelings, their friends, and all their imposters. But my temperament, it isn't news. The truth is I've always been blue, and I am sorry to say that I peaked in the womb. My emotional disposition hasn't evolved past the fetal position. That first cry was just the price of admission to a lifetime of imposition. But because I am quixotic, meaning exceedingly unrealistic and idealistic, I try to contain the emotional contagion by writing holes into this journal's pages, because I anticipate that you will leave before you ever really even see me. And this shame teaches me new kinds of loyalty, keeping me in emotional poverty. These lessons, they don't come for free. This need to please costs me my self-respect and my sanity, so I apply to FAFSA and rack up debt while I adopt this self-loathing rhetoric, even though I know that I am better off dead. And I find myself here, not because I haven't tried. I apologize that my suicide plan wasn't airtight, so I adapt and try again. Trust the web when Erowid.com says that my heart will stop if I combine the bourbon and enough Klonopin. So I find myself in this rabbit hole, taking advice on how to end it all, page after page, helping me research my way right to the grave. But in my search, I find that it ain't all bad. Turns out there are two sides to the internet. There they were on a Reddit subthread, single line comment that said, "It is a lie to believe that the world is better without you in it." A nameless handle, number 645, faceless stranger on the other side, convincing that girl that it might be better to stay alive. Balanced with the guilt and shame when I think about my mother's face if she were to find me dead that way, knowing she'd blame herself for God's fatal mistake. So I say I'm sorry all the same, and I say it like I believe that I am capable of change, and I say that I am sorry until I believe that sorry is actually my name. If you want to find me, come talk to me, and I will tell you how to find me.
Beautiful. I love Mish. I've been seeing Mish. Mish surprised me that the last Monday that I saw you at the Barry Slam, your writing is just getting better and better every day. Yeah, but give it up for Mish. Give it up for Mish, the orator. So here at Woman Orator Wednesday, we like to go through all of our women first. And so the last lady on the microphone for our open mic tonight, the last woman on the microphone, is gonna come up. But on deck, we're introducing testosterone. So on deck, we have Sid. Is that right? Sid? Oh no, wait, let me refresh. I lied to you. We have more estrogen in the building. Yes. So cool beans. You are not going to be the final woman of the open mic, but you are that lady. So on deck, we have the final woman of the night, and that will be Jamie L. Jamie, are you in the building? Oh, but why are you marked as a lady? I mean, do you identify as a woman? No, yeah, you weren't given that. It gives real suave. You never know. So I lied to you again. Look at me starting 2026 off ruining relationships and trust. Okay, so you are that lady, and we just gonna keep it at that. On deck, we have Jamie L., who is going to bring all the testosterone. And coming up to the microphone, give it up for A.P. the Poet.
I feel like that. Hi, my name is AP. Nice to see you all. It's my first time going to this event, so I'm very excited to be here, and I'm excited to hear from more of you. I'm gonna do a poem now. The man on your TV says your streets are overrun with zombies. So I straighten the stagger in my step. Politicians peddle slaying strategies, say the only way to kill a zombie is with a headshot. So I hide the rot in my history. They say us zombies are dangerous because we're hard to kill, so keep us out. Build barricades and leave our bodies to break down out of sight. Because if you don't have a home, you can't be human. Can't have a pulse when you sleep on the pavement. So when my family lost our home, we lost our lives. Zombie teeth tearing into our peace, but this bite don't leave marks on the flesh. Our bite looked like an eviction notice. Looked like living on an SUV in a snowstorm, looked like bodies only made human by our currency. I knew what dying felt like at 12. Felt the frost break and enter into my bones. Frigid rigor mortis settling into my system. A monster scared of losing her limbs to frostbite. The cold is a pain you can't run away from. To be human is to be warm-blooded. To have a heated house and basic comforts and a mother you're not scared of losing to the cold in the night. When we came back to life, I thought some would celebrate that we were still trying. When the man from Nazareth did it, you called him a savior. When my family did it, you called us a problem. Called us uneducated, like I wasn't trying to go to middle school. Called us lazy, like my mother wasn't working 2 full-time jobs. My mother could make a food pantry serving stretch to feed 1,000 men. My mother made wine out of water. My mother is a savior, but you swap your social safety net for baseball bats and blades. I hear the weapons in your speech. I hear you say being a zombie is a lifestyle choice. Laugh when you call the cops on our corpses. You would kill us for the crime of being both poor and alive. If your city were to authorize zombie hunting, how many of you would grab your guns? Now I might have grown, got my own apartment and paycheck, but I still feel the bite's teeth some days. It salivates when I have to pick between electricity and groceries. Ravenous when I'm late on rent, insatiable and gluttonous for the human I can barely hold on to. To be without feels like not breathing. Like even the oxygen around you is just too expensive. But I'm still living anyway, still breathing anyway, like we were never dead in the first place. Wait. Hi. Sorry, that poem's hard for me to do, so I have to reset. But I have an Instagram, and it might look like I don't post on there, but I swear I'm there. I just lurk. It's AP_the_poet. Come talk to me. I like making friends. Bye.
That was dope. That was dope. I finally followed you. And I was just so AP came in with someone, and so the person showed up before, and they were like, I want to make sure that AP gets on the mic because they're a woman. It's Woman Orator Wednesday. Ha ha ha. Name drop. And I was like, AP's a poet. I know this person. And I saw one of your pieces online. You're dope. You've already been dope. You know you're dope. I don't have to tell you that. That was amazing. Give it up again for AP. All right. Also, like, we're still alive. We're still here. We're still living. I think that I needed to hear that in your voice that way today. Thank you for that. Awesome. So, coming up, nope, lied. On deck, we have Sid. Am I saying this right? Yes. But coming up to the microphone, give it up for Jamie. Jamie L. Jamie L. Hi, Jamie.
Hold on till morning's light. Dusk to night for daybreak's bright. Silenced, lonely, gripping tight, this rising train speeding through night. My car coupled to travelers aligned to join my search as one combined, but cast aside, egos circled, shed their hides, laughed and cackled. Memories of distant places, songs alive with warm embraces. They keep me steady on this path. I cling to grasp that guiding staff. Memories of distant places, those times I endured such harsh embraces. They pushed me off my path, caned and bruised that golden staff. Tomorrow's dream, a fading freckle. Morning's light can be so fickle. Mirrors guide me whence I came, older now, but quite the same. This ride to glory, once so bright, dim now by distance of morning's light. Gripping, holding tight, I dread the ending of this night.
Jamie, thank you for that, Jamie. That was beautiful. That was beautiful. You said something about like releasing yourself from some kind of embrace that was unwanted. I'm messing up your own words, but I felt the word. I felt the line. I felt it. It did something for me. Real talk. I'm gonna come back and maybe steal it from you. I believe that the best writers steal too, honestly. Maybe that just means I'm a thief somewhere. Anyway, moving forward, on deck we have a member of the 2025 Nuyorican Slam team. I'm so excited. On deck, we have Rod Saeed. But coming up to the microphone, give it up like this was the first person here. Give it up like you really are going to get a year's worth of rent. Or free rent. Look, I couldn't even say it. It was so crazy. Give it up for Sid.
Thank you. How's everybody doing? Man, I'm really grateful to be here. I think I sent you guys like 2 files. I was kind of undecided about what I wanted to do, but I guess I'll go with number 2. Yeah, and I'll give you guys some time. But one of the things I've been feeling like there aren't any rules anymore. You know, sometimes you enter a space and you're like, like, what are the rules? Like, but it could just be me in my head, and I'm wondering if everybody's on the same kind of like plane, if everybody's on the same level, if everybody's thinking the same thing. But yeah, I think my life I've always looked at my life as a dream, but there are times where the nightmares come and they get a little scary, and I gotta kind of navigate my way through it. So this song is one of those stories. So you guys ride with me. Okay. Train snaking through the rotten apple. Rapid. I live in a hood where goods get exterminated. Danger on the corners like a ton of cockroaches. Calculated approaches get hung by your laces. Down the mile, we don't ever smile. A threat to the night. If you in the clouds, it'll hijack many highs. No one's in the cockpit. I'm chillin' my smoking on a knife. She got me feeling like a maestro. Waving my wand around as she moans in response. I just motion out, done causing havoc here. She a badge, but she taking knees like Colin Kaepernick. Thoughts jockeying for position, I can hear the heater click. Sit back in my seat, in the metal box with wheels that be screeching. Give a felon chills, the new speaker youngin' with they melons peeled. Never bet against the night. Me muggers scan the cars like vultures, they gon' fly tonight. Feel the pressure from they plight. Looney, I extended black hoodies. It's a party, bro, your purse bag goodies, girl. Bystanders reminisce. Don't get in the way of those trying to make up deficit. In this cold world, those with nothing to lose are bound to leave you bruised. Ain't no ref, ain't no rules. The nights here stand tall, posing a grimy mood. Posing a grimy mood. Posing a grimy mood.
Shocking surveillance video of a shooting in Brownsville, Brooklyn that killed a man
it's the
and
night.
injured a woman. You can see the suspect walk
It's
up
the
to a
night.
man last night on New Lots Avenue, pull out
the
a
night.
gun, and start firing.
All the types be out. Hood boogers looking for a snotty nose. Horses with fat backs stroll by like cameos. Skin black but shine with the darkest of the night. Spot a skull like mine. In the crowd I give a dap. That binds our conversation about the stock market. Digital cash brackets. Better move fast. I look past, we separate. Wish I'm safe. Outsiders think about the day. Us niggas ain't promised that. Still we penetrate. The blues lurk the street, they'll snatch your chick up for clues. Cause you got your cake up, your whereabouts, your move. As she crying on her makeup, the same mouth that sucked you could dig your ditch. So be careful how you talk smooth to people, cause thoughts move. Take off like Evil Knievel, walk with God. Cause nights like this, evil will lead you if you let it. They talking about rolling up like movie credits. I meditate, moving up the stairs with better credit. I'm stops away, I'm staying patient. Corner of my eye, a fidget in hand, reeking of hatred. Spidey senses tingling. I'm thinking about the distance, but the night tends to linger in. I feel beat. Supersonic glove as I'm reaching for the heat. Hands on the heart, handle that like Pistol Pete. What a blessing. The soul used the body as a vehicle. This trigger giving parking lessons. Hippocampus shutting down. Can't think past this moment. It's my stop, I move, he follows, I stop, he moves. I don't like being followed, no response though. He walking dead, I pull it out, pointed at him, glossy eyes staring at me, empty look. Empty platform never shook, I brainstorm colder than the night in February with a hailstorm. He's headed for me, little did he know that I'ma give it to him. In too deep, there's no return, finger grip a bullet straight. Shack at the line, the way that I miss him in a perfect way. He grabbed my face, looking into a deadly place, adrenaline and rushing and on. I feel no pain, icy veins, yellow padding, close to the rail, close to the hell, close to the guard. If you believe that, harder to tell, hands traveled on my neck. James Harden's extra steps, I peep the blast by the steps. I peep my life in the flash, say a prayer, but I'm struggling. Wonder where my oxygen, can't breathe, what's happening? One of these, it'll be my last. Is this it, my family? Last but the first to go. Thought this was a dream, but now I'm feeling skeptical. Now I'm feeling skeptical. Now I'm feeling skeptical. I thought this was a dream, but I thought this was a dream, but now I'm feeling skeptical. Yeah. But no, I'm built to last. Pull him closer, Mike Tyson, ears off. He's deaf now. The night start to wear off. My life almost fell off. Fingerprints of the night on my neck got me vexed. He still lost. Dash from my back up. The blab my pick it back up. If I shoot him, it'll be the comeback of the century. Mentally, I know this life was meant for me. I'm street fighting bison while I'm praying for my enemies. I got one. Heat hot like a porn chick ready for action. Blast him, no mercy, leave him in fractions. Wanted to take his chain, that's a hood reaction. Running to run away, felt my brain relaxing. They try to take my life, but I rise, I'm divine. Really took my time like a watch that's been mine. I'm gone though. Yep, I got the light. I got 30 seconds. I'm gonna say thank you for guys mixing the music back there. You guys know who I am, so I thank you guys. Thank you for being a great audience and everybody that's here. And sometimes I want to say something. Usually I run out of here lately, but it's because I have a 10-month-old, and I try to keep the art going because I love it so much. So I drop him off at grandma's, run over here from Brooklyn, and then as soon as I'm done, I leave. But sometimes I know to another artist that might look like, oh man, I'm not supporting everybody else. But that's the reason that I wanted to say this to the crew, because they see me here all the time. And to everybody else here, once I dip out of here and go pick up my son. And I thank you guys for being a good audience, all right? You guys have a good night.
Give it up for Sid. Give it up for Sid. That's beautiful. As somebody's mama, I understand. I mean, it sucks that he has to he's out. He's gone. He left. Yeah, hopefully he's watching the recordings, because that's such a beautiful thing. My very first poem back is about how I keep time differently because I am now a mother. It is also just because trying to write a poem after 13 years of not writing anything, and you are a parent, all you can do is think about what you do every day and write about what you are. And my child was 4. All I was doing was being a mom. All I had was poems about Miles. Jesus Christ. But that was beautiful. Give it up for Sid, even though he's left. Cool. So, let me refresh. I heard that we had someone else come in, yes? Yes, we did. Okay. So, before I bring up the next artist, by a show of hands, out of the performers who have already gone, who would like to come back up to touch the microphone again? It is not a necessary thing. I got 1, I got 2. Anyone else interested? We have, okay. Listen, I'm going to go and get your information, and I've got your information. I know that you're going to go. I love you, Mish. No, go ahead. Get home safe. Oh, okay. Listen, you never know what people are doing. Don't worry. Thank you for coming. So, I have a few new names. Did you see that? Did you see? I got 1 new person who wasn't even. It's okay. That's fine. We'll figure it out, right? So just one more time, let me see. I saw you, Jamie wants to come back, AP, and you never signed up. It's all right. I'm going to get you on the microphone. Don't even worry. All right? Cool. So on deck, then what we will do is on deck, we'll have her come up for the first time. We had a little bit of estrogen slip in after the testosterone had already touched the mic. So on deck to start us back off on the second round of our open mic, we have Maya Simone. But coming up to the microphone, and now I misspoke last time because I'm clearly still living in the past, but one of the members of the 2026 Nuyorican Slam team, give it up for Rod Saeed.
He said, hood boogers looking for a snotty nose. That's fire. Hi, everybody. My name's Rod. I'm going to do a poem. You can follow me on Instagram, Rod Sharar, R-A-A-D-S. You'll get the rest of it. This is a poem about a guy who died in America, and a lot of people were sad. But I wasn't sad, though. I was not sad. It's time for a bear hunt. Evil bear came into our community and killed one of our own. Nobody knows what the bear looks like, but I bet it's one of them brown bears. Too many of them have been migrating here lately. They're not compatible with our American values. Grizzly growls and strange smells. They're planning a terror attack. Oh, now they're saying it was a black bear. Makes sense. Black bears have violence in their DNA. Statistically, they commit the most crimes. They accuse us of deforestation and beg for reparations. Oh, now the rumor's saying that the bear might have been transgender. Ugh. It's not natural. Our salmon only swim one way. I don't want my son poisoned by them. After all, a Cub Scout can never become a Girl Scout. The news just released a photo of the killer. Turns out it was a polar bear. Hold on, there's gotta be some kind of mistake. Look, there's plenty kinds of bears, but ours is a superior breed. It can't be one of us. He was raised in a good den, raised the right way, our way. You cannot build a bear more Teddy than him. The media is saying he used a gun and not his claws, but this rifle saves people. Oh, I politicize violence? You don't know how I think. You say black and whites can mix like pandas aren't basically extinct. To us polars, a cold social climate feels nice. And the thing about a polar bear is we know how to work with ice. With our golden locks, we pop a lock barge into your home at night, abduct the middle child from a family because it feels just right. And this gun feels like a part of me. Like this rifle was glued to my claws, as if I was gifted the God-given right to bear arms. We shoot first, deny questions later. They put a bullet into the neck of our Savior, a gutsy God-generating gospel given to our youth. When I found out the killer was a polar bear, I couldn't believe it was true until the widow went on stage during the memorial. She said, "That young cub, I forgive him because that's what Christ would do." And I realized it's never our fault, nor is it the weapons. After all, guns don't kill people. Muslims kill people. Blacks kill people. Trans roommates, immigrants, liberals kill people. Now this is a turning point. You want woke? Follow the fox and be inspired. You want smoke? Best beware of forest fires. And when we're done, get ready to hibernate, because it's about to be a cold, white winter.
That's amazing. I love poets who live in extended metaphor. I mean, beautifully done. Give it up again for Rod. The Nuyo is lucky to have you. The Nuyo is lucky to have you. Okay, so we're gonna do our second round of the open mic after there's somebody. Oh, look, I'm getting information in real time. So, no, it's okay. It's okay. We're all just catching up to the new year here. So we have 2 more people in this round. Then I'll do halftime. Ooh, and then we'll do our second round of the performers that want to come up. And then we're going to do our beautiful feature of the night, okay? All right, look, I ran it down. Let's hope that I'm not lying. All right, cool. So on deck, I have Gabs. Am I saying that right? Yes. Cool beans. But coming up to the mic, give it up for Maya Simone.
Hi, everyone. My name is Maya Simone. I've been writing poetry for a really long time, but I wanted to be the artist that could hold something. So I kind of steered away from it. You know, poetry just always comes back. I've tried a lot of different vices, but this is the best one, honestly. It's called Unwanted Muse. Can I lift this up a little bit? Okay. Perfect. Unwanted Muse. I could write poems about the pain, dress it up, pick better colors. I could sing songs only you would understand. I could stalk your socials and turn betrayal into something useful. I waited at my window like a fool practicing hope, packed my sketchbook, some pens, started rehearsing survival, ready to leave the glitz and glam for you. The night you left, I watched the moon leave too. My face felt wet, and I knew the night had chosen you. You were elsewhere. I remember how you said I didn't read books, I didn't count as a real artist, and I guess I took that shit personally. So I gave you the rest of me, the hope, even the name. I locked myself away and carved your names into collages, cursors, video files, and mixes. I thought you would hear me, that promises echoed through space and time. I waited. I produced. I must admit, I have an unwanted muse. A muse I built, mounted, gave an audience to the pain. I froze you in clay, archived you in journals. I thought the lesson was love, but now I turn my paintings face down because I refuse to keep looking at you. Everything I am exists because you never thought I could be. I don't miss you. I hate how easily you fit into my work. I hate that my best ideas have learned your name. I don't want to hear juke. I don't want to smell marijuana. I don't want to see graffiti on the streets. I don't want to think about Nadia and the matching tattoos that instantly made mine not matter. I used to ask if I was enough. Now I ask why betrayal was so productive. I cling to this muse only to expose it, to name the source, to drain it. You are not my loss. You are my material. This is not flattery. I hate you for the pain. I thank you for leaving. I almost followed you into the abyss with someone who whispered our hopes into another woman's ear. Do not return. I do not wish you any pain. I wish you clarity. If you ever loved me, and I doubt you ever did, let my muse stand for betrayal until I burn it out of my body, until I'm old and gray and the memory is etched away. I hope we never meet again. I have an unwanted muse. Thank you. Okay, I also just wanted to say I really appreciate y'all listening to that poem. Like I said, every vice, I've tried to ignore the grief and ignore the anger. And, you know, that's why vices exist. And so to not numb anything and just understand what I'm feeling and being able to perform it, I appreciate it. So thank you.
Give it up again for Maya Simone. That was beautiful. I'm so happy that I get to be a part of this open mic experience where people get to come back and enjoy their very beautiful, healthy vice. Girl, I have a million terrible vices. That is a beautiful thing. Okay, so last but not least, and somebody who wasn't originally going to get on the microphone, so like, hey, we're doing something tonight. We're doing something, people. Give it up for last on the first round of this open mic, all the way from the second row. Give it up for Gabs! You're welcome. Thank you.
This is something that I Frankenstein from a Buddhist meditation that I went to. Play with the experience of emptiness in your waking life. We're in this dualistic framework all the time. Me inside the pool, me inside the ocean, me inside the river. I'm enjoying it. It's so rigid. Have you noticed life is awkward? Getting out of bed, meeting people, awkward. Because we're in this dualistic framework all the time. That's nonsense, not reality. Even when you're trying to enjoy immersion in the water.
Fuck ice. Listen. That's a 1-2 punch. She knocked us out. That was beautiful. I want you to know I don't usually whip my camera out. I'm old too, so I never really know where to find it to catch nothing and then record nothing in time. I'm never gonna catch anything on this camera. But I caught like the tail end of that very beautiful poem. Could I ask you to just repeat the very first line? Yeah, we taking time. I'm sorry, y'all. I ain't been here all year. Play with the experience of emptiness in your waking life. I wish that the world allowed me and my ADHD to have many more. Could you please read that first line again? Moments, because what? Give it up for everybody who touched the first round of the open mic. All right. So, it's time for the halftime show. This is the time of the show where me and Paul from the sound room, we do this little dance between these words on this page and the flyers on that screen, okay? So coming up first, the Nuyorican Bowery Slam weekly every Monday slam happens at the Bowery Poetry Club. The winner will get $20 cash money and a chance to compete in the final Friday slam. Doors open at 6:30 p.m., but let me let you know right now, people have been waiting on that line since last year. Get there early. Don't let the weather be nice. Get there earlier than early, okay? Cool beans. All right, I'm ready for the next one. Oh, Paul, you on point. Okay, so if you should win the Monday, then you get to be invited to the monthly Final Friday Slam. It happens on every last Friday of the month. At the Puerto Rican Traveling Theater, it's going to be at 9:30 p.m. Now, the winners from this Nuyorican Bowery Slam compete against each other and other invited poets, and as well as like one lottery spot. So if you come, you can sign up for a lottery. Maybe you get chose and you get pinned up against another poet who is already on the roster for the night. Now, the winner of that night gets $100 cash money. You can buy you a Metro card for like 3 days, okay? Hear me? That's big. But not only do you get $100 cash money, you get to be nominated to compete in our annual Grand Slam competition. All right, I'm ready for the next one, Paul. Ooh, I know this one. Every first Wednesday of the month, you can catch me here at WOW, or Women Orator Wednesday. All acts are welcomed at our open mic, but all of the women will go first, okay? We're going to save the space for all the women. Now, all other Wednesdays, wait on it. There you go. Look at my man, the motel guy. Shout outs to Brian. I love Brian. Every other Wednesday, you're going to have an open mic. Everyone is invited, all styles, including poetry, comedy, music, and dance. All open mics at the Loisaida Center are live streamed to Loisaida, except for this one, are live streamed to Loisaida and our YouTube channel. If you want like high quality video for free, well, it's not for free, it's for the price of you being here. But you will get to go back on our YouTube channel, and you can go ahead and pick up your little video from there. Doors are going to open at 6 p.m. just like they did for this event, okay? Many other events, ooh, look at that QR code. Many other events, including the online open mics that are weekly and free, slam workshops online every second Tuesday of the month that are free, teenager open mics bi-monthly, because you know they have to be in school or something, 1,000 word open mic at ICP, outdoors and indoor poetry events at Battery Park, NJ Pack, and in the big Bronx. Can you tell I'm from there? And more tickets and info for all of of our programs can be found at this QR code or at nuyorican.org/calendar. And one more final slide here. There we go. The Nuyorican Poets Cafe is a nonprofit 501c3 organization. That means we need money. We need help. We need donations. And so, tickets and sales don't cover all of our programs and operation expenses. So scan this code. Feel free to donate. No matter how big or small, they're always welcome and they're tax deductible. If you can't scan that code, you could always visit nuyorican.org/donate. Also, we love a good volunteer, okay? Give it up for our beautiful volunteer at the Nuyorican merch desk. Give it up. Give it up for our beautiful volunteers, and I'm sure some of them are actual employees. In the wings. No, oh, my bad. Everybody getting paid today. Don't give it up for nothing. Nothing is free. There's still beautiful volunteers that we have that are always here. They probably just taking off the month. Yeah. Who knows? Awesome. So, guys, did we get the open mic list together? Everybody who wanted to come back? Okay, I see one. I'm going to ask again before we start for any performers who went already, if you would like to, no pressure for real this time. If you would like to touch the microphone again, just raise your hand so I can see you, okay? I'll let you know. I see them. Okay, cool. So we got 4 people coming back up. And I'm going to give you their names. Give me 1 second and I'll be right back. What's up? Check me out. I'm trying to get it together. I'm trying not to have you waiting for too long. Okay, so I'm going to do it backwards. I'm going to invite the men up, and then I'm going to have the women close us out because we're going to have a beautiful feature. I'm so excited to read you her bio, but I just want to let you know she actually walked out the room, so it's not even to butter her up. She came, and she was, last year was my first year hosting this event, and Hannah came to my very first event, and then she came to my 3rd event, and my 4th event, and my 5th event, and my son, because it is usually live stream, he watches the live stream. And Hannah has this poem where she says, she's talking about a relationship, but then she talks about the floor being lava. And my son says that Hannah is gonna be a star one day. I'm second in the world. He could care less about me if I don't have food in my hands, but Hannah is gonna be a star someday. And so it brings me all the joy in the world to be able to offer her a space to be highlighted. She's a beautiful artist, and she was just a member of the open mic community here. And so I think that's a beautiful story. Anyway, we're going to get back into our open mic. On deck, we have, and we're going to do it backwards, so be ready. We have Rod Saeed. But because I'm on the mic, and I don't want to have, people just coming up or raw dogging in the mic. Wow, pause. I'm going to go. Now, earlier in the night, I said that I had this, unfinished piece that I wanted to read. Yes? Did we hear that? Or, some of you weren't here. It's okay. But I do have this unfinished piece that I want to read. I'm nervous about this. You say don't be nervous, but I have to be nervous. So, I am a competitive poet, or at least I used to be. I don't think I'll be doing too many competitions of my own, but it's always very hard for me to just have poems that I think are good on their own, right? Somehow I need to always get feedback. I think it makes my pieces better, right? Because I'm really trying to reach the people, but I'm trying not to get feedback in the form of points anymore. So hopefully this open mic will help me in my draft figure out where to go. I don't usually start my pieces like this, but hopefully it works. Cool. It's unfinished. Cool. I'm not going to disclaim anymore. Cool. It's called the way the news breaks. It's 10 o'clock. Do you know where your niggas at? Hopefully not hanging from a headline. See, when black bodies are involved, the news doesn't break the same. If we aren't suspended somewhere between kinky or criminal, we aren't worth the coverage or the concern. So, when the news breaks, I am often not praying for the lives of the victim. Rather, I so earnestly pray that the villain isn't black or half black or black enough to take us back 3/5 and anew. See, when the bad guy is a black guy, my black ass has to work harder to be believed human. I learned I was more beast than being before I could talk. Learned that crime could be categorized by color before I could clean chicken. And before I knew Jesus was black, I knew his death felt like that of my closest homies, purposefully and publicly done as to set a precedent. The revolution will not be televised, but Rodney King was beat for the whole world to see. See, when black bodies are involved, the news doesn't break. It sets a precedent. It powers the privilege and fuels the fear. It's 10 o'clock. Do you know where your niggas are? Because the newscasters are still covering tales of bad boys who lose their magic by way of baby oil, but my man's, his brother, has been missing for 48 days and there has not been a segment. Not one outlet has covered the story, and it's not by chance. See, when black bodies are involved, the news doesn't break. It bends the truth like textbooks and Trump. The lies are stranger than fiction and fruit with no seeds. There is blood at the root of the stories trending on your timeline, a modified model of the modern day monster. Media outlets are spinning body bags while black mothers everywhere are praying the crime is too Caucasian to cost them a child. Somewhere down the line, your petty crime could be used as probable cause to off your homie. There is a stop and frisk randomly waiting like clockwork for anyone who fits the stereotype. And don't you have no home training? Ain't you have a mama like mine who you representing all the time? It's 10 o'clock. And we aren't worried about the children, only the scandal. And the scandal is a stereotype that could cost my community their stake at humanity. All right, that's all I got. That's all I got. I'll take feedback after the show, if you have it. You can text it to me if you know me like that, for real. Awesome. So, getting back into our second round of the open mic. It's short, so it's gonna be fast. It's gonna be rapid. Give it up. Coming up to the stage for the final time tonight, Rod Saeed.
I'm gonna do an oldie. This is a couple years old, but it's a funny. It's fun. Dear Susie, you're the coolest girl in the 5th grade. Best personality, best smile, and the best swag. Yours truly, Rod. I'm excited to see what amazing message she left in my yearbook, only to be greeted by 4 awful letters. H-A-G-S, hags, meaning have a good summer. Translation, fuck you. You're not worth a personal message. The fuck do I look like? But maybe those letters H-A-G-S have a different meaning, like Hulk angry gonna smash, or horoscopes are good science, or let's have awesome grown-up sex. I'm not ready. I went on the internet and typed guy doing sex, and the website said you have to be 18 years or older, and I didn't want to go to jail, so I left. But maybe those letters have a different meaning. Like the next time I would see you, your horrific Argyle green sweater, hair ageless glimmering scarlet, you held a goddess's smile, hand holding across golden sunsets. Her adorable giggling sounds were like hearing a gorgeous song. Hours always go swiftly. He's always getting silly. His amazing, good-hearted soul. It felt like I could take you anywhere, so tell me, where do you want to go? Heaven's a good stopgap, but hell's a greater story. The healthy atmosphere grew stiff. His anxiety grew slowly. Half a giddy smile was holding a gentle scream hidden against giant sleeves. You had a gnarly scar. If you were still alive on this earth today, I would tell you that you were right. Because happiness always goes sour. Hope's a gigantic sham. Feels like my heart always gets shattered. What do you do when you're surrounded by nothing but these horrible, awful, greedy soul suckers? Well, here's a good solution. Holding a gun steady. Hands are getting shaky. He's actually gonna shoot. Leave a 4-letter apology note to my parents saying sorry for their hopeless, awkward, guilty son. Maybe your message means that I need to have a goddamn spine. When I was writing in your yearbook, I was scared you'd be offended by my hurried, awkward grade school scrawl, but maybe the important part wasn't our messages. Maybe the important part was our names signed underneath, the proof that we were there and had the ability to be happy. I can read your name once, twice, 3 times like it was the name of a cursed spirit I was trying to conjure. Have you ever tried to hug a ghostly spirit? They wish they could feel it too. Who cares if we don't have a good summer? We already had a great spring. Maybe your message meant that our hearts actually grew stronger.
All right, so I might have just got really excited for the second round, and I think I forgot to mention who was on deck, right? But I feel like maybe you're okay with that. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. See, testosterone, it's never scared. It's always up for the challenge, okay? So I'm going to try to get it right from here on out. On deck, I have Maya Simone, but coming up to the stage with no warning, but he's ready no matter what. Give it up for Jamie L.
Hi, so these are just like they're short ones, so they're like 2 sister ones. So it's like 1 and then 2, but they're like similar but different. So. Tall and timeless, framed in blue, dying in silence to be born anew. Wise and ageless, a rustling tune. They watch us laughing as we pass on through. Peaks and valleys, struggle and climb, formed by eons and set in time. Covered by dead waves of yesterday's glory, seeds to birth its endless story. I wander slowly and wonder, what lies beyond my winding yonder? Perhaps they see and are amused, my circle senseless and confused. I watch them sway in rhythm calm, the tune serene, a peaceful balm. The sun arises, blazes the path. Renewed in silence, I return to echoes, echoes, empty hollows. A time-honored march I follow, round bends, ancient hallowed. Fertile womb my mind and fallow. Causeways crowded with plotters many, each their own, each carrying plenty. Blind to the mob so scurried, awaken dreamer and join in fury. See stones to pebbles formed by years, from trickles, rivers, rage and tears, through mountains aged and wise, who see the circles eons devise. In silence stand, drawn in sorrow, chase those visions of tomorrow, till join the ceaseless churning flow, at one with masses, swelling slow.
Jamie, that was so beautifully done that we weren't even sure like where the last one ended and where the next one begun, and that was beautifully done. Okay, cool. So on deck I have AP the poet, but coming back up to the microphone for the last time of the night, give it up for Maya Simone.
Perfect. Okay. Picture it. My apartment. No. Picture it. My apartment bedroom floor. No. Picture it. My apartment bedroom floor. Existential crisis number 793. In the midst of tears, I lay face down in the carpet, snot bubbles stopping me from breathing. Trying to understand why formality seems so distant, I realize how much I hate carpet. Random, I know. My mind trickles to the small stain by the left side of the couch that's been there since I moved in. Now I'm thinking about everything that existed here before me. Gross. Stained and frayed individuals worn down by the everyday challenges of life, on my knees doing what we were taught, prescribed prayer instead of prescriptions. That's what we don't talk about in my community. No. My people are really good at turning a blind eye. Black may not crack, but black will stain. Black is here and we walk around just as broken as everyone else with smiling faces, masters at disguising our pain because it's best to let it fall in God's hands. Discouraged from seeking professionals, call us crazy for paying all that money just to talk. Remember, it's much more affordable just to pray. My grandma used to say, constantly under pressure, trying to be better, but not too good that we forget where we came from. No. Trying not to be too good. I don't want to be too good. Conflicted. Caught up in a whirlwind of trying to be okay and just making sure everyone else just thinks I'm okay. We stop long enough to hold up our phone, take a selfie, put our worth up for grabs, check profiles more than we check on each other. I guess it's just easier that way. No one really wants to hear about those wine-stained daddy issues, right? They make you look like damaged goods, and talking about how you feel in the black community is so taboo that we ignore the fact that those same daddies could have daddy issues too. So, I said it. Muddy shoe prints to match our broken souls. No. I hate carpet. And it may sound confusing, but the ash on my knees and the fringes on my wet face speak for what I'm saying. We can't keep blowing off mental health because it can't be seen with the naked eye. Some of these wounds need stitches. Walking around with critical injuries, but at least we look good. Walking around with critical injuries, but at least, no. Walking around with critical why can't I get it right? Walking around with critical injuries, but at least we look okay. We're fraying, dissipating, scream at the top of my water-filled lungs, but no one hears. There's not a sound. 3:44 a.m. Am I vulnerable enough for you yet? Black woman, black souls, if no one hears you, just know that I do. Thank you.
It's almost that time, y'all. So, last on my open mic for the night and on deck, we have Gabs. But coming up to the microphone, give it up real loud for AP the Poet.
again. When I don't smile for a man at work, he says, "Relax, bloodbath." Like I don't have a name. Like he sees me, monster. But studies show men are attracted to the color red. So they cover a globe with war and call it necessary. Level a city, call it politics. Bomb a school, call it inevitable. Shoot a brown face and call that patriotism. Call me angry menstruating woman. Like I'm not so familiar with blood that he feels the need to remind me. Like all the women before me ain't known blood. From our uterine linings to our mother's clenched teeth. Favorite meal, our own tongue. Force-fed, served on a pretty platter, all pink. Dinner for generations of shrinking women. Man calls me carnage. Calls me aftertaste of copper. Like he can't see his own blood-stained hands. And I am a lamb sacrificed across his desk. A token to be cut and shown off. Spread and open wide for God. Or men. Or maybe here they are the same thing. Like I am anything but human here. Anything but dead and gutted. But isn't it so ladylike to die? Isn't it such good manners to bleed out without a sound? Since the only blood they can take is born from violence, they paint us their favorite type of bloody and call it art. Call it theirs, call me theirs, call me consumable, call me communion, because I can give life, but he can only take. So he takes this blood and he calls it grotesque, calls it sickening, calls it not his problem, as if he didn't come out covered in his mother's own crimson. So call me bloodbath, and I'll show you my mother, and her mother, and her mother, and your own mother. Cracked and dripping enough sacrifice to fill a river, to fill a lake, show you a red sea of fractured ribs, of all the vocal cords they snapped just for safety, all the men, all the pain they took, all the blood, how it pours, how it rains on all your masculine divinity. Call this disaster, call this plague, call all this body nothing but a curse. But you love destruction more than you've ever loved my humanity. So I'll call you something. I'll call you massacre. I'll call you slaughter. And when you grit your teeth, and not all men, on your lip, I'll say, whoa, relax, bloodbath.
Hear me out. I don't have none of my own merch, but girl, bloodbath shirts, where they at? I need a bloodbath shirt. Give it up for AP. All right. It sucks when things have to come to an end, but all things come to an end. All right, except for the craziness in this country recently. It's been ongoing. It's just never ending. And it is. Look at hope from the wings. All right, last on my open mic tonight, but certainly not least, absolutely a surprise and an honor. Give it up for Gabs.
Thank you. It should have ended on yours, though. Hate the all of that. It was incredible. God bless you. AP the poet. Okay, this is called Activated for Ascension. Committed to being calm, interested in ascension. I fuck heavy with the divine. I'm too old not to align. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. Fuck ice.
Yes, walk off the stage every time like that. Fuck ice. That is beautiful. I'm going to start calling you the one two-hit quitter. I love that. Gabs, I don't know if you are also going back to Poland, but if you're staying, I hope to see more of you. Yeah, you're really dope. It's really amazing to be able to do such beautiful work in such a small time. Dope writing. Cool. Give it up for all the open micers. Okay. This is like my favorite part of the night because the person that I booked for the feature gets to come up. So, of course, we would hope I love them. I am going to do a piece just to, bless the space before our feature and before I read her bio. I was going to do something different, but I want to honor this feature because it's a very big deal. When you were on your like water break or bathroom break, I was telling the good people that my son is such a big fan, right? And Miles Davis believes that Hannah Blossag, is gonna be one of the biggest writers in New York City. And so I think it's only right that I do the poem I have about him, because that might be the only way I'm able to contend with Hannah tonight. And so I'm going to do this piece. It's called Keeping Time. Acrylics, bundles, and pumps. This hottie has hit a slump. She got knocked up and had a child. Tell her my time is up. I'm at a place in my life where I keep time by the size of my son's clothing and the new things that excite him. I'm currently living in the hour of 4T and volcanoes. If I met you 5 years ago, I would have been the fearless vixen who slumbers on a potential, keeping time with a watch made from the glory of effective birth control. I used to keep time by the number of happy hours I could catch in a week. See, baddies keep a bezel bigger than the Birkins boys promise over brunch. It tick like the drip of a leaky faucet. I used to be that splash, used to have that juice. Today I'm M to the OM, M to the Wizard. Throw up in my head temper tantrum on aisle 5. I've lived through the era of puppy love and heartbreak. Thoroughly enjoyed the era of Heartbreaker. 10 years ago, I was the bullet you should have dodged. Rebellious as the first bad word on your tongue when you asked about me. They said I was a wet dream wrapped in barbed wire. Written in brimstone and fire, desired a corset cutie with a pen. Living in a time of minimum wage and overpriced apartments, kept that on a clock that talked like top ramen. I still got to watch a clock my hot girl summers with. My wrist is thick from the weight of motherhood, so I just keep it for the memories while I'm raising a tiny terrorist. Plagued by the era of gentle parenting, keeping time on a watch called Giving It to God. If they ask about me now, tell them I'm living in the age of mercy, where the miracle is pooping in the potty. Raising a son who keeps time in the verses he's learned from Hercules. Tell them I have the privilege of naming this his era of defying the odds. He keeps it on a watch based after a fairy tale with a princess whose hair kinks just like his mama's. Tell them that my son will keep time on a watch that is intentionally black, aggressively successful, and keeps seconds better than streetlights. It'll tick like the middle passage. He will show up and out because his alarm will smell like the fear of drowning, but he will know that he is unsinkable. And when you ask him about his mama, he gonna say she is big barking, bigger bite, Bronx bred, boastful, a love song that sounds like the D train heading uptown, rush hour, no delay. She requires ambition. See, hustlers are only as strong as their hunger. She is dinner every night. She is a reflection of her mother and her mother's mother. She is an endless fountain of let me give you some to cry for. She is something to die for, a Super Saiyan. No Comic-Con. Too cool for cosplay, but nerdy enough to read every book out loud, no matter where she is, because she believes that good writing should be read out loud. She will read you for filth out loud, because the truth should be spoken in such octaves. She is octaves louder than the Mercian ocean could grant a shattering ship. She is the ocean. See, baddies, wristwatch, TikTok, no drip drop, they be that splash. But the illest women keep time in the glory of an unsinkable man. Acrylics, bundles, and pumps. I thought the clock had struck a bad bitch down, but don't fret, don't frown. My time has just begun. Yes, thank you. Awesome. So I get to bring up my treat of the night. I I am so excited to read you guys this beautiful bio. I've already told you how I've met Hannah, but let me give her a proper introduction. Hannah Blossegg is a New York City-based poet whose work is rooted in bringing tangibility to emotions, inspired by nature and personal experiences. While she has been writing poetry as long as she can remember, Hannah stepped onto the open mic scene just a year ago and has performed at venues across the city, including the Nuyorican Poets Cafe, as she continues to discover her voice in public. She has also begun publishing her work on Substack at May B Hannah. That is May, M-A-Y-B-B-E, Hannah, H-A-N-N-A-H, okay? We got it. Follow her on Substack. Although she is new to sharing her poetry, Hannah has explored many forms of writing over the years, from managing her own blog centered around fashion to writing articles about sustainability and ethics during her studies at the Fashion Institute. Also, she's my 6-year-old's favorite poet. So give it up for Hannah Blossegg.
Hi, everyone. Hi. My name is Hannah. I just want to thank Somebody's Mama so much, and the Nuyorican Poets Cafe for having me. As Somebody's Mama mentioned, I am a bit new to the open mic scene. I've been writing poetry for a long time, but I've never shared it with anyone. As most of you probably know, everyone who performed, it's really scary. Like sharing something that you write about your own feelings to not only someone close to you, but also to the world is incredibly terrifying. But it's also really freeing in a way. And yeah, I guess with that said, I want to start off with Somebody's Mama's son's favorite poem, just to compete. So I think I got this one memorized. We'll see if I mess up. Apologies. Yeah. This one is called The Floor is Lava. When I was in grade school, I used to play a game called The Floor is Lava. The goal of the game, to not touch the ground. If you fall, then you drown. We swung through monkey bars, jumped between swings, ran through the playground to try and survive the round, but as I grew up, I found out it was never really solid ground. The floor is lava. When I was in grade school, my parents crafted my view of the world. Their opinions were my facts, soothing me with the certainty I lacked. They turned the lava to igneous, a new viscosity with their answers to my insatiable curiosity. When I was in grade school, the floor, well, and see, this is, their grown-up assurance temporarily quenched my thirst, making me temporarily averse to the thought that the floor is lava. This year, I turned 25. This year so far has felt like a nosedive into the volcano, and I have to learn how to survive. When I was in grade school, volcanoes were just baking soda and vinegar. At least that's what my science teacher told us. The key to an eruption was a self-controlled disruption. He was old and smart, so we assumed his words were true. The scientific laws he taught proved some kind of greater order. There must have been a scientific law that said when I turned 25, I would order the quarter-life, quarter-pounder crisis, when I learned that even scientific laws can have exceptions. None of them fully true, except that the floor is lava. At least right under the ground, under 7 different plate tectonics. Maybe that's why I'm stumbling after 7 gin and tonics. Blame it on the magma moving below. The instability making me wish I could furlough 25. Or at least slow down the thought that we're all just playing a game of the floor is lava. except that the monkey bars look more like cute boys at the bar, and the swings look more like my drink going clink, and the playground looks more like a night on the town. Now that I'm 25, I'm still searching for something to quench my thirst, but I'm still not sure if it's the drinking or the lava that will finally make me drown. Thank you. I do have that one memorized. I just got really nervous, and then my brain shut off, so that was fun. But I appreciate you all. So this next one is a poem I wrote for a boy who doesn't deserve it, as most men don't. But I still love this poem, and it's not really about him anyways, so it doesn't matter. This is called Orange Crush. This boy asked me to write him a love letter. I laughed and said, sure, deploying my coy act, pretending like he doesn't make me melt, telling me what I felt so far is just a crush. An orange, bubbly soda. My childhood summer drink. The perfect pair to pool-soaked hair, grass-stained feet, sun-blushed cheeks, my parched tongue relieved by a crush. I feel like that around this boy. He loves oranges and makes my tummy feel bubbly. It felt like fate at first. My friend joked he was my hubby. But the bubbles keep building, and now I'm scared that they'll burst. Yet still my thirst craves my crush on my parched lips. But with each sip, I start to spiral into the abyss. His big brown eyes make me melt like the SpongeBob SquarePants ice cream he adores. I've dealt with melting before, but the floor feels like sand. Sand and ice cream don't really mix. This time I might be beyond a quick fix. I'm afraid of falling for another boy who just wants a taste of the shore, to dip his toes in the water, apathetic to the sea when he sees that I'm not just a fantasy. Why is it so hard for men to fucking respect me? Maybe I'm a hypocrite. I also have a fantasy, to find a boy who's not a dick to me. Is that such a far-fetched reality? A boy who doesn't toy with my feelings. I'm tired of acting coy to protect myself. I just want to enjoy a crush, but I put too much trust and lust. All it takes is a brush of his hand, and I assume he wants to leave land, wash the sand off his toes as he dives in the sea. See, this is my fantasy, for someone to actually like the real me. Instead, I fall victim to any boy who makes my heart rush and my cheeks blush, who makes me melt like ice cream with his touch, and the look in his eyes that makes me feel like I must sip a bit more of my orange crush. Hope that this time the bubbles won't combust, and remind myself why I shouldn't have self-trust. Thank you. I really like that one. I don't really like the boy, though. Yeah. Okay, so this next one I was kind of going back and forth about doing because it's not my favorite, but it's the first poem that I ever performed at an open mic. I still love it, and it's a little bit different than some of my other pieces. It's kind of more of a story, so I want to do it, just to switch it up a little bit. This is called a story called Solitude. On a dusty road in a desolate town in the middle of a western desert, a lone piano stood and a lone player sat. The song began as an old cowboy's ballad. I'm longing for my partner to come. Living alone's fine, but it ain't that fun. My boots were made for walking, but with you I'll run. From the tumbleweeds that own this town, they've tried their best to knock me down. Got me in my tub, about ready to drown. It was right then when I saw your face. Made me realize you're my way out of this place. I just gotta wait. Remind myself, it ain't a race. So I'll just sit here playing these same old chords, though I'll admit I'm goddamn bored. But what else would I do? A partner is life's only reward. A lone piano stood, and a lone player sat. The wind's whistles and the cowboys' cries are a harmony only known to the tumbleweeds, patrolling the town as they feed on the cowboy's bleeding heart and his need for a partner. He won't leave without a partner. Doesn't he know his partner isn't coming? The face he saw, his own reflection. Yet he still moans that being alone isn't enough to live for. That sitting at the piano that's bent to his fingers and soaked in his tears and coddled his cries isn't his home. A lone piano stood, and a lone player sat on a bench that's morphed to his ass. His boots only last a month at a time from pressing the piano's pedals, giving the piano gas. The dissonant chords record his pain, his heart poured out like a stab from a sword. He's just a pawn on a chessboard. He leaves it up to his lord to give him his partner, life's only reward. If he just waits a little longer and cries a little louder and plays a little harder, his partner will come round, and life is bound to turn around. He can finally escape this bleak town. A lone piano stood, and a lone player sat. There's a pause in the wind before the cowboy begins his song again. The tumbleweeds still, and the dust no longer fills between the keys. A second of peace before the cowboy's lament steals the desert's free will, and the tumbleweeds become his anxieties distilled. In the second of peace between each repetition of his song, the desert wonders when he'll realize he's wrong. He's right where he belongs. If he could just sing a different fucking song. The lone piano stood, and the lone player sat. Thank you. Okay, so for this is going to be my last poem. I know. But this one is new. I love that. I was writing it as I was sitting here, so haven't read it aloud. So it's very new. But yeah, I've been struggling with writing kind of recently, because I feel like a lot of times I write from my emotions, from whatever is going on in my life, and nothing has really been going on in my life recently, which is kind of nice. It should be nice, but I have issues with that apparently. So this is kind of my thoughts about that, I guess. And also my thoughts about beige. This is called Nobody Writes About Beige. Nobody writes about beige. Beige doesn't have a book, that's gray, or a play. Beige is the color of just okay. Beige is the color of morphless clay. And yet beige invades my everyday. The beige feeling of an itchy wool shawl, the beige buzz of a flickering light during nightfall, the beige bite of unseasoned chicken, the beige couple next door's nonstop bickering. A beige rug tugged across a beige floor and a wall poured with beige concrete and bricks, beige slacks bustling down Avenue 36. The ambiance of beige makes me want to be sick. Maybe nobody writes about beige because beige is a cage. Beige is a worn yellow page. Beige doesn't have the animal rage of red or the spiritual sage of green or the opulence of purple defining the Victorian age. Beige isn't a passionate kiss or a deep sadness of miss or a dark vast abyss. Beige is a lull, the absence of a pull. Not hungry, but not completely full. Beige feels like wasting time, waiting around for the clock's final chime, having given up on a sign, except that I'm stuck on one line on a page the color of, shocker, beige. Nobody writes about beige. Beige is the waiting room, the liminal space that feels like a self-imposed doom, the absence of noise only making the static in my head louder to fill the void, my illusion of purpose destroyed by beige. Silent but deadly, beige will surely kill me. With its drought of thrill, its omission of will to define a meaning in the still. If I'm not moving up, then I must be going downhill. The opposite of swimming isn't to tread, it's to drown. I'm terrified of having to slow down, to stop distracting myself by running around. If there were a competition for ignoring your feelings, I would probably wear the crown. Nobody writes about beige, but maybe I'm the only one who thinks that stillness is a cage, that the color of hell must be beige, which is why I get the urge to run away. I refuse to just let myself lay, to accept that sometimes I'm not okay. Maybe it's not even about beige, but my inability to just sit and listen, to give myself permission to let go of the fiction of bottomless ambition, to find release in repetition, let go of the search for definition, to think about nothing except how to better season my chicken. Thank you. Thank you so much. Everyone did really amazing tonight, and I was very inspired. There were some really amazing poets. And this is why I love coming to the Nuyorican. And thank you again to Sumbodies' mama, who is incredible and amazing and the best host ever. And yeah, I recently made a Substack to start posting my writing more. I only have a few poems on there yet, but the more followers I get, maybe I'll be inspired to actually post. But it's at maybe Hannah. I also have an Instagram. It's at Hannah Blossig. It's on the screen. So you can follow me as well. But thank you so much, everyone. Have a good night.
Thank you. You're amazing. Give it up one more time for Hannah Blossig. Well, guys, I want to thank everybody for showing up and showing out, but that's a wrap. Have a beautiful night, y'all. Thank you.